Hello guys, we are back with another Naruto What If video. Now this is going to be part 3 to What If Naruto Had the Abilities of Kaido. Now I just want to say I made 2 Jujutsu Kaisen videos last night about Yuji and like Yuji having the abilities of Sukuna, which is just the curse technique of Shrine. And I think I did a little bit good, but there are some plot holes like the way I did the thing. So I rewatched Jujutsu Kaisen, at least the first 2 episodes or first 5. Yeah, I think I got carried away. I was like playing Jujutsu Shenanigans or Jujutsu Infinite, my bad. So, yeah. But anyways, it's 7 p.m. right now. So, I'm going to be making part 3 to What If Naruto Had the Abilities of Kaido. Now, we start this what if off when Naruto is flying to the tower. Now, as he makes it there, this is where I ended it off last time, as we're going to start it off now. Now, the Konoha 13 would be heading into the tower. As they make it there an hour later, Naruto would just be walking through. As Minato would take a look at him, Minato would just frown. As Minato seen that Naruto broke Minato's record. That record being, well, I don't know. Because if it's faster than Itachi, then that's like 2 hours and, what, 11 minutes? I don't know. But anyways, Minato isn't going to be as hurt about it. But he's going to be a little bit like, dang, how did he beat my record? As anyways, after this is when Gaara would come in. As Gaara would see Naruto, Gaara would glare at Naruto. But then this is when Gaara would smile. Getting ready. As Gaara is still holding that promise, wanting to kill Naruto, Naruto would just shrug. Because Naruto knows Gaara would never be able to even get close. Gaara is too weak. So, yeah. Jeez. Alright. Anyways, after this is when 5 days would go by. Now, as 5 days go by, everyone would start making their way into the Tower of the Force of Death. As a lot of people would make it there, noticing that Naruto was marked at the first, board. Naruto was the first person to actually, make it into the tower. As this would make Menma and Mito really jealous. As their hatred, their unwanted hatred, their unneeded hatred is going to be centered towards, their brother, of course. Oh my gosh. As anyways, this is when we are going to have a time to where Naruto would just be thinking, these two are a lost cause. If they could think of him as in such a way, then Naruto just knows they're a lost cause. This is the main reason why Naruto hates them. It seems that they have some hatred towards him that was unneeded in the first place. But also, Naruto hates them because they are weak. So, yeah. As anyways, this is when we're going to have a time to where Naruto will just be thinking in his head, when is the new exams going to start? When is the next exam going to start? As this would cause for Naruto to start investigating. This is when all the proctors would show up, saying that the 3rd exam is going to be starting. As it is hosted by Gecko J8? J8? I don't know his name. I have no idea what his name is. But Gecko Hay8, I think. As anyways, this is when a preliminaries would have begun. Now, these prelims would begin as a lot of people would have been doing a match. Menma would be paired up, or no, not even, actually. Naruto would be paired up with Kiba, as Kiba would be fighting with Naruto. Now, as they are rushing in, this is when we're going to have a time. A time to... Oh my god, it just bit my freaking tongue. That sucks. Okay. Okay, yeah. Okay, I'm better, guys, I'm better. Alright. We're gonna have a time to where Naruto would be looking at Kiba. As Kiba would say, alright, I'm gonna get him in one shot. As a lot of people will be like, hearing this and they're thinking of him as an idiot. If you haven't seen what Naruto looks like, he looks like a big buff guy. And Kiba next to Naruto just looks scrawny. As Kiba would transform his dog, this is when the transformation would go down. As Kiba would rush in at Naruto with Akamaru, Naruto would just be scoffing at this. So he's like, how pathetic, Kiba. You truly are an idiot, aren't you? To think that someone as weak as you would ever think that they'll be able to beat a wall like me. You haven't even beaten your first S-rank mission. So what makes you think you're going to be able to beat me? As Kiba would say, shut up. This is going to teach you not to run your mouth. As anyways, Kiba is just rushing in at Naruto. As Naruto would see Kiba incoming, Kiba would then, how can I say this? Hit Naruto. As Naruto gets hit with the Getsuga, Naruto would then just not be moving at all. As Kiba would then have been slammed to the ground by Naruto. As Naruto would beat Kiba in one punch. Now after this, Kurenai would be thinking how a student could be so strong. As she would just be thinking how can someone be so strong? And how is someone able to beat her student in one punch? As this would cause her to just frown. As anyways, we're just going to have a time. A time to where Kurenai would be thinking on how to make her team stronger. As anyways, when Naruto would say, well, you're simply foolish to ever think you would ever be able to beat me, Kiba. And anyone who comes out in the stands who's yelling out for my death to do something about it. As there's a lot of people yelling out for Naruto's death, asking for his execution, a lot of people would have been saying that Naruto doesn't deserve this power. That he should give it to Menma, Mito, and Sasuke. As Naruto would just smile at this, saying if those brats ever got my powers, I would end myself in an instant. As anyways, after this is when we're gonna have a time. A time to where Naruto would start walking. As when Menma would say, don't think you're all high and mighty because you beat Kiba in one punch. He was weaker than us anyway. As Menma and Mito and all of their arrogance, thinking that the Nine-Tails Fox is always gonna carry them, would be saying this. As anyways, a lot of obnoxious people would be talking. As after this, we're just gonna have a time to where Naruto. Naruto would be thinking in his mind, why do those idiots think of him as so weak, even though he's beaten them multiple times? Naruto just no longer cares. Thinking of them as stupid children who don't understand real power. And people who don't understand how to actually train. As Naruto, would just go back up to the stands, as all of the fights would be given out. Just to know, Menma, Mito, Sasuke would be making it. So that's all you guys need to know. The other fights do not matter whatsoever, and I'm just saying this because, everyone else is... I'm not going to be explaining. As anyways, the 1 month training skip would go on. Now, Naruto not needing much training would have just been, slacking off. As Minato and Kushina would be thinking that Naruto is actually going to become weak. As Minato convinced Menma, Mito, Sasuke that they're actually now stronger than Naruto. As Naruto has slacked off on his training for the entire month. As this would make, damn. What is it again? Okay, this is going to make Menma, Mito, and Sasuke think that they're going to be even better than Naruto. But that's just simply not true. As anyways, this is the time where the exams will start. Now, as the last exams start, it's going to be a team battle. As this team battle is given out, it's going to be Menma, Mito, Sasuke versus Naruto, as Sakura didn't pass. As a lot of people in the village would be calling out for Naruto's death, saying to kill the damned brat. Kill a damn demon, technically. The brat that disgraced the Yondaim's family. As anyways, Menma and Mito would be cheering to the crowd, waving to them, saying, "Don't worry, we'll vanquish this abomination out of our village." As they say this, Itachi would just be frowning at the whole thing, seeing as this is the village that he works for and protects. As anyways, Naruto would just be sitting in the middle of the arena. As anyways, Naruto would be looking at them with a little bit of pity, seeing as these people are stupid. He pities them for not having a brain, as they just listen to whatever they want to, listening through their thick skulls. As anyways, when Menma, Mito, Sasuke would say, "Alright, Naruto, today is the day you die, you damn demon." As this is when Naruto would have just smirked, saying, "Am I truly the demon? Or is it the people who treat a child or treat someone like this who's the demon?" As Menma would just say, "Shut up," as the match would be started. Now, as the match starts, Menma would go in, rushing in with the Kyuubi's chakra. As he slashes at Naruto, Naruto would catch his hand and straight up punch Menma, as Menma would be sent flying back. So when Mito would come in, using her chains, would lock up Naruto, as he would come in with her Rasengan. This is when the Rasengan would come in contact with Naruto's stomach. As Naruto, the Rasengan doesn't really affect him, as Mito would have been straight up hit. As she gets hit, she would be sent flying to a wall, as she would be implanted in there. Now, she would be heavily injured. She comes out with Kyuubi chakra, coming in with two Rasengans, as one of them would have been caught by Naruto. The other would explode right in, Mito's face. As the Rasengan would explode in Mito's face, Mito would have been heavily injured, as Sasuke would come in with the Chidori, as he has the cursed marks on him. They are warning him not to use the curse marks, as Minato is seeing this and is about to call the match. As this was a Naruto seeing Menma coming in. Naruto, seeing Menma coming in from behind him, would move out the way, as Sasuke, not having enough time, would have pierced Menma in the back, or not in the back, but in the chest with the Chidori, as Menma would fall to the ground. Menma would have been dying at this point. As anyways, when Minato would call the match, calling Naruto the winner. As this is when, the rest of the matches would go on, as Menma, Mito, and Sasuke would have been taken out of the arena. Now, after this, we're just gonna have a time. A time to where other matches will be called out. But the one that matters is Naruto versus Gaara. As Naruto would be in his hybrid form. Now, as Naruto is in his hybrid form, we're just gonna have a time to where the matches would have been called. Now, Gaara would come down as Naruto would start fighting. Now, as Naruto would start fighting, Naruto would rush in at Gaara. As Gaara would have been hit, his sand isn't doing nothing, as Naruto would grab him out of his hand and straight up, hit him onto the ground, as the ground would crack, as when sand would burst from the ground, piercing Naruto's shoulder, but Naruto wouldn't take much mind to it. As he would grab onto Gaara, he would throw Gaara, as Gaara would be thrown, just the way that Jogo did, as you know how Gaara, or how a Gojo threw Jogo? That's how Gaara was thrown, as Gaara would be going face first into the wall arena. Now as this happens, he would catch himself. So this is when Naruto would send a whole bunch of fire, as he sends a Boro breath straight towards Gaara. Gaara would use a whole bunch of sand, but this sand would be incinerated, turning into glass, as sparkles would be in the sky. As this is when Naruto would come in, summoning a dragon of fire, as it would be a advanced fire style jutsu. This is when the fire would come down, as it would smash down onto where Gaara was. So when Naruto would come in and hit him with his, club. Now, as Gaara is hit with the club, his stomach and all of his internal organs would have been messed up and mangled. As when Gaara starts to freak out, this is when the Konoha Crush is going to commence. as this is when we have a time to where the feathers would start falling from the sky. As Naruto would use his Conqueror's Haki, he would put Gaara to sleep. Now, as Gaara falls asleep, this is when we're going to have a time. A time to where the Konoha Crush commences. As not only is it going to be, Orochimaru, but it's going to be two Akatsuki members, that being of Itachi and Kisame. As Itachi and Kisame would be fighting with Jiraiya would have been, heavily damaged. This is when Naruto would see Gaara running into the forest. As Naruto sees his other siblings chasing after him, Naruto decides to just let it go. As Naruto would go to where the barrier is, he sees the 3 dead Hokage fighting Minato, along with Orochimaru. As Naruto would use his club and observation haki, Conqueror's haki, Conqueror's coding along with armament haki, he would bash the entire seal, or the barrier. As the barrier would be destroyed, Naruto would rush in at one of the Sound 4 members, killing them in an instant. As Naruto sees the other one, sets them on fire, Naruto would go up to Tayuya and punch her in her gut. As she would be heavily injured by this, Naruto goes up to the last one and hits him with his club, as that guy would also be knocked out. As anyways, we're going to have a time to where Naruto would come up to the 3 Hokage. As Naruto would use his Conqueror's Haki. Now, as Orochimaru feels this, Orochimaru would have been kneeling. As Naruto takes his club and pounds it down, as Orochimaru's head would splatter. Now, as Orochimaru's death would be played out, the 3 Edo Tenseis would go away. As a heavily injured Minato would just look at Naruto. Naruto says, "You're lucky I don't kill you right now. You know that, right?" As Minato would just frown at Naruto. As anyways, we're just going to have a time. A time to where Naruto would just be thinking to himself, what's that big gigantic thing in the forest? As when when Naruto comes across the Sand Tanuki, the One Tails. As this would cause Naruto to be like, oh, so the One Tails got released, huh? Well, that's unfortunate for them. I guess I gotta deal with that myself. Guess people are just too weak, too stupid enough to allow something like this to happen. As anyways, this is when we're gonna have a time. Time to where Naruto would start heading into the forest. Now, as Naruto turns into a gigantic dragon, Naruto would send a Boro breath. As then it would send dragon meteorites, as it would just be flames falling from the sky. As anyways, this is when Gaara would have been hit by multiple flames. As these flames would take out Gaara would have been killed. As anyways, after this, the Konoha Crush would end. As when everything would go back to normal, as a council meeting would be called. Now, this would be talking about the actions of Naruto. As Minato would still be pissed of what Naruto did to his children, seeing that he's going to be petty, he's going to try and get Naruto on a, charge. Now, this charge would be, let's say, destruction of property. You see, Naruto destroyed a lot when he used that flaming meteor thing. Even though he was in the middle of the village, or not in the middle of the village, even though he was in the middle of the forest of death, it did get to the village. Minato would say that he would have to be in a Konoha cell, or not in a Konoha cell, but he would have to pay up about 1 billion Ryu in damages. As this would cause Naruto to be like, well, you want to bullshit me like that, huh? Well then, why don't I say, in return, I get to kill every single one of you. As Anbu would show up, seeing it as a threat, they would try and strike Naruto. But as they do, their blades would just break off of Naruto. As Naruto would grab the 2 Anbu, choking them up in the air, would grab both of their skulls, as he would throw them up, grabbing both their skulls, and smash both of them into the ground. As Naruto says, that's my declaration, not to mess with me. And that I'll be leaving this village anytime soon, so you don't gotta worry about me. As when Danzo would go up with his plan. As anyways, after the council meeting, Danzo would ask Naruto if he wanted to train under him. Naruto says, why would I want to train under an old fart like you? Danzo would say, you don't have to train under me, but I need you to work under me. As Naruto would say, no. If it was anyone working under anyone, you would be working under me. As this would cause Danzo to just frown. Now, as Danzo frowns, this is when we have a time. A time to where Naruto would be walking around the village. As Itachi would show up, they would both start talking. As anyways, after this is when, well, how do I say this? The Sasuke retrieval mission would begin. Sasuke seeing that, well, Orochimaru being dead, see Kabuto. But this is when Sasuke would be given an opportunity. You see, the Akatsuki come up to him and ask him if he wants to join the Akatsuki. As he would say yes. As he says he has to go to this certain point, as Obito would be there. Or the Master Man. As anyways, they would trying to retrieve Sasuke. As Menma and Mito would be thinking of Sasuke. Thinking of him as a nuisance at this point. As they always were a little bit jealous about the dojutsu that he had. So they devised a plan. Menma and Mito said that they want his eyes. As Menma would say, alright Mito, you could have his left and I'll have his right eye. As they go, along with Shikamaru and Choji, and even Neji, they would be coming across some shinobi. Now, Naruto would be sent on the mission. As, well, Naruto being sent on the mission would say, look, I don't really care, so why don't one of you go on the mission? There's enough of you. You think it's stupid sending Genin to their death, right? As Minato would just send a couple of Anbu. As anyways, Naruto would just leave it like that. Now, as Naruto is in an isolated part of the village, about 4,000 root shinobi would show up. As these root shinobi would tell Naruto to surrender to Lord Danzo. As Naruto would just say, no, you know what? You guys are starting to piss me off. When I told Danzo no, it means no. As this is when one of the shinobi would try and attack Naruto, but Naruto would brutally kill him. As anyways, this is when all the others would start charging into Naruto. As Naruto, well, after a while, would kill them all. Now, anyways, after this, Naruto would be seeing a burnt part. This is the side of the village that was attacked during the Kyuubi attack that hasn't been repaired. As it would be burning. This is when some Anbu would show up, seeing what Naruto did. As seeing that he destroyed more. Well, even though everything else was already destroyed, they decided not to do anything. As Itachi would show up, asking Naruto why he did this. As Naruto would just say, well, shinobi come at me, demanding me to go to someone named Lord Danzo. So I decided to defend myself and kill every single one of them. As they hear this, Minato, finding action, would be able to kill Danzo. As Minato would give Naruto a special mission. Begrudgingly, Naruto would accept. As Naruto would go on to Danzo's compound, Naruto in his dragon form would send a blast towards it. As the entire surface would be revealed, Naruto would come down as he would swing his club. As Danzo would be dead, Danzo would use Izanagi, as he has about 9 more lives. Now, Naruto would make quick and easy work of Danzo, but Danzo would use a seal on Naruto, as Naruto would be shocked in place. Naruto would then break out of this seal and kill Danzo again. As Danzo was on his last life, Danzo would then use that jutsu, the one that destroys everything. As Naruto, seeing what he's about to do, would, throw him up into the air. As Naruto gets as far away as possible, the jutsu would start going off. as Danzo would be killed. As a gigantic explosion would happen. Now, anyways, after this happens, Naruto would just be smiling. As Minato saying he's still not getting pay because, well, of the punishment that he got, Naruto would be like, no, Minato, you're a really annoying son of a... you're one annoying bastard, Minato. As Minato would just frown at Naruto. So Naruto would just say, anyways, I resign as a shinobi. I'm no longer working for this village. And so when Itachi would show up, as Itachi would say, I'll also resign. As they both would be leaving, Naruto would turn into a dragon and start flying away. As this would cause Minato to go into a panic, seeing as two of the strongest shinobis just left the village. As he wonders where they are going, he calls a council meeting. As this is where I'm going to have to end the what if. Sorry it's so short. But hopefully I upload this video and the next video. That being what if Naruto or what if Yuji had Shrine. So anyways, hope you guys enjoyed the video. Make sure to like, subscribe, comment down below what y'all thought. Yo, that probably sounded like gibberish to you. My bad, my fault, you know. But yeah, anyways, hope you guys enjoyed, and make sure to like, subscribe, and I hope you guys had a nice Friday. I most certainly didn't. I wasn't able to go to school to see my friend, so yeah, that's bad. But I'll probably see her tomorrow or Monday actually. But anyways, that's enough. I'm out. Peace. Hope you guys enjoyed 2 what ifs today. Yes, 2. So, yeah. Anyways, bye.